Bonjour! Today I'm going to be doing a review for Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So this book is about these two characters, Ezra and Katie. Just that morning, they had just broken up right after their planet gets invaded. So right after breaking up, they have to depend on each other for survival. Talk about awkward. This book is not your regular type of book. It is told through emails, hacked files, interviews, chat messages, all kinds of stuff. It's so cool. I love this book. So I was kind of confused in the beginning of what was happening due to all the scientific futuristic lingo and all in the format. There's a lot of technical terms in here for made up technology that's in the future, and it just really confused me in the beginning. I was like, what are they talking about? I am so confused. And it also took a while for me to get really invested in the characters. In the beginning, I felt kind of distant from the characters. They didn't seem like real people to me yet. I wasn't really connected to them. But once I got more into the book, I flew through this book so much and I really, really loved it. This book is 600 pages, but I flew through it. Once I got into it, once I got invested into the story, into the characters, I flew through this book and I could not put it down. A lot of bad things happen in this book. A lot of people die, but it's so funny. There's so many moments when I was just dying of laughter, yet so many terrible things happen in this book, but it's hilarious. I love that. Also, I listened to the audiobook while reading this book. I would listen to the audiobook and follow along in this book for my TBR jar challenge, and the audiobook is awesome. It is so cool. It is like watching a super intense action-packed space movie with your ears. It's so good. There's music and there's so many people that are reading the story. There's even this guy that's reading it and he has a really thick Scottish accent, and I really like listening to his parts of it. It was really cool. And then there's this one part where it sounds like a robot is reading it and you can't even tell the gender. It's done so well. If you're gonna read Illuminae, I definitely suggest checking out the audiobook because it's so good. I really love the characters in this story. I really admired Katie's determination to do everything she could for the one she loved, no matter how dangerous it was. And I just really, really loved Ezra. He was so devoted and loyal to Katie, and it was just so adorable. He made me swoon sometimes. He was so cute. What I really love too is that the artificial intelligence is kind of its own character in this book, which is awesome. My rating of this book is all the stars in the galaxy. Well, that's all I can say without spoiling this book. So if you have not read this book, go away. You don't want to be spoiled. Go read it, okay? You will love it. It's so good. Goodbye! So this book starts out that Ezra and Katie are being interviewed about what happened on Carenza, and they're talking about their breakup. So right in the beginning, I was like, why did they break up? I was really confused about that. They did not really explain. And then later we find out that the reason they broke up is because Katie really wanted to leave Carenza and explore the galaxy, but Ezra didn't. And he wouldn't tell her why, and Katie just broke up with him. That just seemed like a really stupid reason to break up with someone. I always felt like there was something more behind the breakup, but it's never really explained. But I really loved the relationship on the ship. They were just so cute together. Both of them were on separate ships and they had such a short time to talk to each other, but in that short time, they got through how much they cared about each other, and they even worked out some of their issues that they had in Carenza, and that was just so cute. I really liked that. I really loved how their love surpassed all distance and all wars and just all the terrible things that were happening at the time. It was just so cute. And one of my favorite parts ever about the relationship is when Ezra sends Katie this heart-shaped email, and it's Shakespeare sonnet and heart, and it's just so cute. It really it made my heart melt. It was just so adorable. Just look at that. That's so cute. It's Shakespeare's sonnet. Shall it compare thee to a summer's day in a heart? It's so adorable. Oh my god. I love that. That made my heart melt and made me swoon so much. And then when they're talking in I am and they're telling each other that they love each other and that they're there for each other and how much they care about each other, Ezra said so many sweet things and it's just so cute. Katie and Ezra were talking during I am and he said so many adorable things. I just have to read it to you. You deserve every star in the galaxy laid out at your feet and 1,000 diamonds in your hair. You deserve someone who will run with you as far and as fast as you want to, holding your hand, not holding you back. You deserve more than I could ever give you, Katie, but I'll give you everything I can if you still want me to. You have me until the last star in the galaxy dies. You have me. It's just so cute. I had to take the dust jacket off because the dust jacket is plastic and it kept slipping off, so I had to take it off. When we were reading the report of Jimmy and him being left behind, I almost started crying. It was so sad, but I really loved how you can tell that the person writing it really was not okay with what happened. I really love that. And what really stuck with me when she said that it's moments like that that really kill you, not a million bullets. She said, I would rather take 1,000 bullets than have to leave Jimmy behind. And that just like really stuck with me. Now I just have to talk about the artificial intelligence. That character, if it was a character, was so cool. Some of my favorite parts of the book were reading the stream of consciousness from the core of the artificial intelligence. It was so cool. Sometimes I would be reading it and blown away by how beautiful the artificial intelligence's stream of consciousness was. There was some part where the artificial intelligence was a freaking poet. It was so pretty. I have to read you some of it. There's this file from the artificial intelligence's core that is just so beautiful. I really loved it. He's talking about Katie and Byron and they're like playing together. A strand of spider silk, fragile as spun sugar, bearing the weight of the entire fleet, have sewn together between them, but they are too slow, too little to meet. Damaged as I am still more than 1,000 of them. So odd a pair, she and he. A duet in code and electron, age and youth and cynicism and hope. He is quicker than her, more learned by far, but she is unafraid, too young to know failure and the fear it brings. She brings him places he would not have explored by himself. She is catalyst, she is chaos. I can see why he loves her. So cool! I love the artificial intelligence. I love that it's like a character within this, even though it's not really, and it's just a computer. It's so cool. I love the way they did the artificial intelligence in this book. The part where the artificial intelligence told Katie that Ezra was dead, I literally like died inside and was like, no, he is not dead. What are you talking about? I refuse to believe this. And then when that one part where he says, I need Katie to have no hope, I started suspecting, wait, is Ezra still alive then? And then when we find out he is still alive, I was so happy. Oh my god, the reunion was just so adorable. I loved it. I also really loved how even though Katie did think that Ezra was dead and she had nothing else in the world, she didn't let her grief cripple her. She turned her grief into action and she saved so many people with little regard to her own life. And that was just so brave and so cool. Towards the end, I did not take that many notes because I was so engrossed in the book. I could not put it down to take notes or like leave the room or use the bathroom. I could not put it down. It was just so intense and so many things were happening. I loved the ending so much. I was so happy that Katie and Ezra were finally reunited. And my favorite picture or my favorite document from this whole book is the last page in the book where it shows Katie and Ezra kissing. It's just together, written a bunch of times to form Ezra and Katie kissing, and that's just so cute, and I'm so happy that they're finally together. There's still so much I don't know about, like the Carenza incident, what happened, this world, so I'm so excited to see the next book where all those things happen. And I'm also interested in finding out more about Ezra's mom. We don't find out a lot about her in this book. We just know that she's not a good person and that she works for Bitech. And so I really want to know more about her. Like, how did she come to be with Ezra's dad? Why did she leave them? Like, what happened? I really want to know more about that, and I hope we find out more about her in the next book. This book was just so good, and I'm so happy that I got to meet the geniuses behind this masterpiece. If you want to know more about that experience, I did make a video about it. I'll leave the link down below. So that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Comment below what you thought about Illuminae. Let's continue the discussion in the comments below. Au revoir!